マリリンこと神山凜さんによります。母親って何？あんたの子供ちゃうんです。神山さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
皆さんこんにちは。こんにちは。三重県伊賀市から来ましたマリリンこと神山凜です。皆さん最近テレビで子供が虐待を受けたとか子供が傷ついたっていうニュースをよく見ると思うんです。私はそれが許せません。多くの人もそうやと思います。私は毎回そのニュースを聞くたび、あんたの子供ちゃうんって思うんです。すいません、15歳がこんな生意気なこと言うてしもて。でももう一回言っときますね。あんたの子供ちゃんって思うんです。お聞きください。I want to be a babysitter in New Zealand because my friends told me about New Zealand and I want to run my own company in New Zealand. I have 3 reasons for this. Firstly, I love children. Secondly, I am interested in parents raising their beloved children. Thirdly, I realized all mothers who always spend time with their children need to have a break. I think that it's better if there are more happy children in Japan. Recently, so many parents abuse their children. I don't want to allow it, but they might have some reasons. So, I would like to tell you how to raise a child from various points of view to those kinds of problems. Recently, don't you feel parents just deny and scold children like, don't do this, you can't do that? But if you keep saying negative things, children will grow up to be negative people. Why do parents become negative? I think that they're busy and they're always just money and employee. So they cannot spend much time for children's questions. It is important that how to deal with children and how to use the right words when raising children. On the other hand, when it comes to raising a child in America, people praise their good points. Moreover, they have 2 sets of eyes, such as parents and teachers, to find their talent and what only children can do. Furthermore, they also encourage children to support their independence by making them think for themselves. In Europe and America, both adults and children accept themselves, including parts that are different from others, and they appeal their individuality. Next, let's see how it used to be in Japan. In the Edo period, there was a parenting Bible called Yoiku Jurai. It was written by Homaro Ogawa in 1839 in Kyoto. It was compiled for the general public by collecting the teaching of outstanding ancient. It is so dense that they said, if you read books, you can easily understand the theory of raising children in the Edo period. In this book, this quote is mentioned in parenting. Children are naturally susceptible to both good and evil, and they can be raised in any way. So, children, especially from 4 to 5 years old, need to be supported like a sprinting tree. It's a good material like over 1,000 years old tree. It means what a 3 years old child learns stayed with him for 100 years. 三つ子の魂100まで。When children did bad things in Edo era, elderly person came to the children and apologized together. The people who had bad things by them Those elders were called 謝り役 The person who apologizes together with children. It's a good tradition, isn't it? Moreover, there was even another way after children was scolded by the adults. Raising children was also deeply connected to the community. We hear that many mothers worried about raising their children. I don't like to listen to those mothers. Raise them good, gentle words, and make use the power of local people. So, if you're worried about raising your child, ask me. Even though I'm just 15 years old. Thank you for listening.
ありがとうございました。マリリンのご友人から花束のプレゼントです。本日は遠くからで応援ありがとうございました。アンジュル先生、コメントお願いします。
Thank you very much for a very wonderful speech, Marilyn. Probably they asked me to comment on your speech because I am raising a baby right now. My son is 10 months old. And you talked about the many stories we see on the news recently about children who are abused. And of course, it's very, very hard for me to see that now, especially because I have my own son. And I think a reason that maybe this is happening more is because many people, they live away from their families and we don't have community support like we used to. More and more in today's world, it's just the mother and the father and the child, and that's it. But a long time ago, like in the Edo period, there were the grandparents, aunts, uncles, and the whole community. So I think that way it was much easier because you had many more people to support you. And I'm glad that you said that mothers need a break. That's very true. Mothers, of course, are human. They need their own time. Of course, I help my wife a lot. I'm able to do that because I work from home a lot, so I can help, but I see how difficult it is for her, and you're definitely right. Mothers need some time for themselves. So I'm glad you talked about all these issues, and I hope that you'll be a wonderful mother someday. Thank you.
Thank you.
学院長、コメントお願いします。
すごいですね。15歳の君がお父さんお母さん何やってんねんってしっかり育ててよって言うんだからすごいですよね。今アンドリュー先生が自分も実際に男の子がいると自分に言われてるような気がするというお話をしましたけれどもね、昔はおじいちゃんおばあちゃんとかさらにその上がいたりして家族が大家族だったからみんなで育てられたんだけど、今お父さんお母さんと子供しかいないから多分お母さんも疲れ果てるんですよね。でも君がきっとお母さんお父さんの学校を作って、そしてそれを君が指導するようになるのかもしれないですね。もうそんな気がしましたね。もう15歳じゃないよ。もう君の場合はもうなんか25歳のようなスピーチでした。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。